Hello to all the students out here. How are you guys? Hello bachcho, hello to all the students out here. How are you guys? How are your preparations going on? Hope you all are doing great. My dear students, my class 10 students, hope you all are doing really well in your preparations, okay? And otherwise, we are here to make your preparations best. Very warm welcome on the platform, Deeksha, Vedantu. This is your SST faculty, Tanvi Ma'am, and today's session is going to be very important for you guys, because as you can see backward that we are going to deal with complete history. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, we have done complete history many times, but what is different this time? By something is very different this time. What is different, beta? Because in this particular video I am going to teach you complete history in just 3 hours. In 3 hours we will be studying all the 4 chapters of history, starting with rise of nationalism in Europe, rise of nationalism in India, then print culture in the modern world, then we have making of the global world. All these 3 chapters are equally very important for your exams preparation, right? And you know that these chapters have a very high weightage for your exam. So this is how it makes so important, particularly this session as well as history too. So my dear students, again a warm welcome to all of you guys here. Just let me know in the live chat option, am I audible, am I visible, and are you ready to begin this life, right? Are you ready to study today complete history in this life? So are you guys ready? Just let me know here, give me a thumbs up so that we can start without any delay. Acha, one more point I need to discuss today is we will not be wasting our time in chatting so much. Rather, in a quick manner, we will try to complete history as fast as possible. Okay? For that, what you need to do is, your concentration should be on the video. You should take a pen, paper, a copy alongside you, so that when I am teaching, you guys are also writing, so that you guys don't sleep, because it is history and you can sleep. Okay? Chalo. So let's start, beta. Complete history. What we are going to do today is we will practice a question, then study it in detail. Practice a question, study everything in detail. This is what we are going to do. You have this type of questions in your exams. Like if you see previous year question paper, you will find that these types of questions are randomly asked, frequently asked in your exam, right? In which they will give you list 1 and then they will give you list 2. Okay? There are A, B, C, D, like the timelines given here, where A talks with 1797, B with 1814, C 1821, D with 1848. You have to match them with the events. Okay? So basically here they are writing events, okay, and here they are writing the dates. You need to match the exact one. Options are in front of you. To all the students who have not practiced up till now these type of questions, let me teach you how to solve them. By whenever you will study the complete chapter, now you might be thinking, ma'am, these are all dates and we don't know anything right now. We don't know anything, nothing is in our mind and nothing is going in our mind. So in these type of question, you need to know the storyline first. तो पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा. It is very obvious that we need to study. Okay? In 1797, 1814, 1821, 1848. So which event held first at 1797? By Napoleon invaded Italy. Napoleon invaded what? Italy. And if you are sure that the A matches with 2, let us do one thing. Acha, where is 2 at the first? Acha, D option, A option. So let us eliminate the option B and C, because we were sure about that the first event among them is Napoleon invading Italy. What happened in 1814? So it was fall of Napoleon. All the conservative group, okay, all the conservative groups came together at the Battle of Waterloo, in the year 1814 and defeated Napoleon by हरा दिया. The uncle Chacha, the Napoleon Chacha is defeated over here. So after that, ठीक है, after that the second new conservative regime started. So the B matches with 4 भाई, B matches with 4. So second one, 2-1 is ठीक है, 2-4. It is matching with our answer. B matches with 4. So it is matching with our answer. So the correct answer will be D. But my dear students, because here I was pretty sure, I am someone who knows the answer, but you guys don't know. So you don't miss reading the next options too. Options are 1821, where Greek struggle for independence started, and 1848, when revolution in the Europe was going on and on. Get it? How to solve this type of question? But the most important point is, ma'am, we can solve these type of question. As I can see right now, you guys are telling hi to everyone, hello to all those who have joined the session. Very warm welcome out here, very warm welcome bachcha log. So in these type of question can only be solved beta if you know the story, if you know the story. So by what is the complete story of the chapter Rise of Nationalism in Europe? What is the complete story of the chapter? So let's begin learning the chapter Rise of Nationalism in Europe. First Rise of Nationalism, then we will study nationalism in India, then making of global world, at last we will study print culture and history is all khalas. Okay, let's start the chapter. So what you guys need to study in this chapter, what are the topics to be covered by? First of all, you will see the chapter starts with a picture. Okay, chapter starts with a picture. Then we will study about French Revolution. After that, Napoleon Chacha will come into picture. Okay, Napoleonic Code you will study. Then you will study something like liberal nationalism, what it is, tell its implication in social, political and economic sphere. Custom union, ठीक है, group made by people. Treaty of Vienna, Romanticism, age of revolution. Frankfurt Parliament, Unification and Italy and Germany. Strange case of Britain, and the last topic of this chapter, that is Balkan crisis. So tell me, are you ready? Let's start this first chapter of history. Come on. Okay, talking about this chapter, before starting the chapter also we have one question. What concept were most likely emphasized by the French revolutionary to foster a sense of collective belonging among the French people? Okay, we are going to solve this question after studying the chapter in detail. How we will study the chapter? Bhaiya, this comes a picture. There is a picture at the first page of our NCERT, your NCERT, history NCERT. First page, there is a picture given. Okay, that picture is painted by a French artist, that is Frederic Soro. The picture is painted by a French artist who? Frederic Soro. Okay, what does he speaks? He says that, pay attention, the painting is printed by a artist Frederic Soro. ठीक है? The Frederic Soro has a vision that I am dreaming of utopian vision, dreaming of a social, democratic and a republic nation. Social, democratic and a republic nation. Get my point? Now what is the main point over here? There is a picture in which there is statue of what? Statue of Liberty. ठीक है, the Statue of Liberty, so many people are coming, okay, holding their national flags. All are coming in line, paying homage to Statue of Liberty. कि भैया धन्यवाद, thank you have given us liberty. So now liberty here means that we are free from the clutches of what? We are free from the clutches of the monarchy that was using us since ages, that was suppressing us since ages. Now we are democratic republic nation. We have our national flag. The relics of that monarchy, the crowns of the kings were relied at the surface, were lied at the surface. ठीक है? In this picture you need to pay attention. At another side is standing USA, which already becomes a democratic nation, and France also. ठीक है? So this was the vision of whom? Frederic Soro. Now as Frederic Soro saw this vision, this painting is referred as the title Democratic, Social and Republic. How many mark of question can come from this topic? MCQs can come from this topic, that this picture is painted by whom? ठीक है. He was the artist belonging to which country? तो he was a French artist. And what does this picture means? What is the title of this picture? Okay, so this is the starting of the chapter. Now I guess all of you are so energetic, now feeling very good. Next question, next topic here is about the French Revolution. So you studied in the chapter 1789 in class 8 that the French people started the revolution. In the last year we have seen what were the causes of French Revolution, what were the impact of French Revolution and all those events. But this year we are going to study that how was the feeling of nationalism, how was the feeling of united community brought among the people during this time. So what was done by? Let us remember. For how many marks this question comes by? This question comes for 5 marks. Okay, how many marks this question comes for? 5 marks for sure. So you will write about the I have used only keywords over here, and while I am explaining, I am explaining in detail. You also can write fast and fast the keywords, ठीक है, so that it will be remembered to your mind. Okay, okay बच्चा, चलो. So the idea of la patrie and les citoyens was emphasis. What does la patrie here means? La patrie here means fatherland. What does it means, beta? Fatherland. And les citoyens here means citizens. So basically the la patrie and like fatherland, basically citizens belongs to this land, and we need to emphasize a united community. This is our land. Like whenever we see Bharat Mata or whenever we talk about Bharat Desh, right, the land, we feel connected. Acha tum, you are from India, yaar, we are same bro, right? It happens or not? Similarly, to bring the feeling of united community, a united notion, what was emphasized more? The concept of la patrie and les citoyens. Second point, okay, new tricolor flag was made. New tricolor French flag was made, that was replacing the royal standard flag. Okay, that replaced the royal standard flag that used to be the part when Bourbon dynasty was ruling. Second point, and National Assembly was made as a body of elected citizens. National Assembly was made the body of what? Elected citizens, beta. ठीक है, replacing the third 3 Estate General. Okay, hymns were composed, oath was taken, martyrs were commemorated, right? Songs were sung. Right, whenever we listen such type of songs spreading nationalism, we feel goosebumps. For India also we do na. So French people were also feeling the nationalism. So centralized administrative system was put place, like common currency will be there, united weights and measures will be there. Internal custom duties were abolished, regional dialects were discouraged. Like what happens in different region, people were speaking different language. So they said that this can create disunity. Let us replace one thing, let's promote what? French language, that everyone out here will be speaking the language French. Are you getting the point? Everything clear in the mind? So this is how the second topic of this chapter comes, that what is the role of French revolutionaries to raise the feeling of common identity. ठीक है, अब if you remember in class 9th what we have studied कि भाई there was first of all there was monarchy. ठीक है, there was monarchy under under Louis 16 of Bourbon dynasty. Then here comes constitutional monarchy. Then here comes what? Constitutional monarchy. After constitutional monarchy was there, then comes in picture Maximilien Robespierre, who formed republic. After that republic, who came into picture? Napoleon. So directly we are going to move on the topic of Napoleon. By Napoleon जो थे, Napoleon was basically a democrat person. Who was? ठीक है, who was Napoleon? Napoleon was basically a dictator person. If I said democracy anywhere, just remove it out of the mind, because he was not a democrat. Neither he established the democracy. Rather, what he did, beta, he destroyed democracy. ठीक है, he destroyed democracy and brought what? And brought Napoleonic Code, which is also known as Civil Code. When he came into power, ठीक है. He occupied so many territories, like he went to German region or Habsburg Empire, then he attacked to Italy and put everything in control of him. When he was growing na, the conservatives were like, bhai, what is he doing? If Napoleon exists, then there will be end of conservatism. Acha, why they are thinking that Napoleon is also a dictator? But Napoleon was a liberal person. He talks about freedom, right? Lekin which type of freedom? Does he talks about freedom from politics, that you should vote me? No. He said that I am dictator, but I'll try to give you, or I'll give you social and economic freedom. Pay attention, bache. Everyone out here, do not chat, do not just spam over here. Here we are talking about Napoleonic Code, which came in 1804. When was it introduced? 1804, my dear students. What was the provisions of Napoleon? For how many marks this question can come? It can come for 3 marks, it can come for 5 marks for sure. Okay, so first point is, it did away all the privileges on the basis of birth. So in France, we know that there were 3 estates: nobility, clergy, and the rest was third estate. ठीक है. So the inequality existed. What he did when he came into power, he did away all the privileges on the basis of birth. He did away all the privileges on the basis of what? By birth. He established equality before law and secured right to property. ठीक है. Then what happened? His code was exported to the region where he controlled, like Italy, Germany, Austria, France. Everyone it was exported. Region became large. Region became what? Everyone. Region became large. When region became large, he need to centralize his administration because he wanted power in his hand. So he centralized or simplified the administrative division. But in this, he did a very good work. That good work was abolishing the feudal system. Abolishing which type of system? Feudal system. Acha, do you know what is feudal system? I think you don't know. So majority of the students never understand the feudal system. They even study and then forget it. Beta, what happens na? Land right was one of the important. Arey bhai. Land right was one of the important right during that century, because what happens now? What happens? Pay attention. Like land was only given to some people like nobles, clergies, etc. And it was traditionally passed on from one person to another. Traditionally passed on from one person to another. And they were referred as what? Lords, feudal lords, because they have right to land. I said, do you think the lords will work on the field? नहीं भाई, they will not work on the field. ठीक है. They will ask another people who are less in the social group to work on the field. They were known as serfs. And the system here known as serfdom system. What was known as serfdom system? So here it is feudalism, bilkul attached with the serfdom system. Get it? Get it? Get it in mind? Very good. Now if we talk about this, so it abolished the feudal system. It freed the serfdom from the manorial dues. Trade guilds were removed. The trade guilds mean they were groups who do not allow other people to trade. So this gives what? Economic freedom to the people, and the above points give social freedom to the people. Is it clear? ठीक है. So we started the chapter with a picture, then we moved to how nationalism was rose among the French revolutionaries, and then we talk about the Napoleonic Code 1804. Okay, chalo, let's practice some of the question from this topic, otherwise it will drain away from the mind as usually it was. Okay, I want all the answers. I want the answer from your side. I will be waiting for your answers and responses. Then we will discuss who is correct. The delegates drew up the Treaty of Vienna of 1815. Acha, this question is from next topic. We will discuss this question first. Which question, beta? This one. Because now you studied the topic nicely, na? Okay. What concept was most likely emphasized by the French revolutionaries to foster a sense of collective belonging among the French people? Okay. Tell me, I'm waiting for your responses. Tell me which one is the most accurate answer to this question. The question is right in front of you. This is how Austrian chancellor considered the revolutionaries, and not even them, but all the conservatives considered the revolutionaries. Now, when revolution will be there, France will never sit back. France will come into the picture in 1830. What happened now? Pay attention. 1789, one revolution was done, because of which France converted from monarchy to constitutional monarchy. Do you guys remember that? Then after that, picture changed, etc., etc. 1815, Treaty of Vienna, Bourbon dynasty restored. Bourbon dynasty again came into picture by now. 1830, people were so much afraid, so much irritated, frustrated by the work of monarchy, again revolted. And in France in 1830, revolution was done. Finally, the people demanded that we want a constitution, and France get converted into constitutional monarchy. At this time, Louis Philippe was made the ruler of the France. Who was given the responsibility? Louis Philippe. Okay? As the Chingari grew up in France, Belgium also got that fire. Now, Belgian people. Achha, when you will read the Treaty of Vienna, you will see that Belgium was given to Netherlands. Okay? Belgium was also under the control of Napoleon, was given to Netherlands, shared to Netherlands. Now, Belgian people said that, "Are bhai, we also want freedom. We will also revolt against the monarchy." So, in the same year, okay, this uprisings, this revolution in France sparkled the revolution feeling in Belgium, and Belgium finally got separated from United Kingdoms of Netherlands. Okay? This happened. Now comes in picture Greece. Greece said, "Oh, we also want independence." However, in Greece, the freedom struggle or the revolutionaries raised their voices since 1821. The revolution started in the year 1821. MCQ question comes in your exams. Do you remember? Okay? So in 1821, Greece also started a revolution. What happens? What happens, beta? Greece also started a revolution, and Greece said that we will take the basics of culture, because what happened now? So all the people who were in exile living in Greece, they supported them, because they considered Greece as the cradle of European civilization, the place from where civilization started. Oh, this is our land. This is the land from where Europe became Europe. So revolution started 1821. 1832, Treaty of Constantinople was signed, and Greece got free from the Ottoman Empire. Who was the monarch over here? Ottoman Empire ruling out there. So this is the series of revolutionary activities. In this series of revolutionary activities, one concept also played a role. One concept played a role. What it is? Romanticism, or it is also known as romantic imagination. Everything going in mind or fading away. Tell me right now, everyone out here, are you guys concentrated? Are you like feeling studying history or feeling bored? What it is? Don't study. Don't. What I am saying, don't study. Don't feel bored in Tanvi Ma'am's class. You are not allowed to feel bored, because we are studying in the most energetic way possible. Okay? In the most beautiful story timeline possible. Chalo. So all these revolutions were going on. In concept came concept came the romantic imagination. Romantic imagination, if we talk about, basically if we talk about romanticism, it's showing love to someone. Okay? Here romantic imagination means showing love to the nation. You are loving your nation. Now when you are in love to someone, do you find anything like science, rationality? Nahin bhai, everything goes blank. So you will talk about mystic feelings. You will talk about expressing yourself. You will talk about like songs. You will hear songs and you feel connected to that, right? So whenever you are in love with a nation, here the romantic imagination means folklores, folk songs, folk music, folk dance, to connect with the nation, to feel united with the nation. Here people took the help of culture and language. People took the help of what, beta? Culture and language out here. Like Johann Gottfried Herder is an example from Germany, who said that Das Volk, that the true spirit of nationalism comes from Das Volk. Das Volk here means common people. Achha, do you know they write as folk as we. F instead of F they write V, like it should be folk, but it is Volk. Volkswagen. It's not Fox, it's not Volkswagen, it's Volkswagen. Get it? Okay, just give me a second bhai. Then you can also give the example of Karol Kurpinski, an Italian person, ठीक है? He organized operas and certain dance like Polonaise and Mazurka. Polonaise and Mazurka, ठीक है? From this region. Then we can take the example of language. Acha, whenever the question comes, how does culture played an important role in raising nationalist sentiments? Do you give the introduction of Romanticism? ठीक है? Then you talk about two examples, Germany and Italy, and you can also take the example of Greece, because here there also romantic imagination was there. And now the question will come, how did language played an important role in raising nationalist sentiments? So by Poland, ठीक है? Poland was occupied by Russia. Now Russian dominance was there. When Russian dominance was there, the Russian people were expecting and imposing the language Russian on them. They were expecting and imposing the language what? Russian on them. So now pay attention. They were what doing? They were imposing their language, asking the Polish people not to speak Poland and like this. So whenever the Polish people, like, they were resisting now, bahut ho gaya. So now as they were resisting, whenever they gather in the church gathering, what they do? They start speaking Polish. They ask the church heads, bishops and all, to speak in Polish language. Like, they were also arrested and sent to exile by the Russian population. But this is an example how language played an important role in raising nationalist sentiments, and how language, with the help of language, people can fight for their revolutionary activities. Get it? So two examples here we can use, and in culture you need to write 3 examples. Done with this topic. Very good, bachcha log. Now comes the period of 1830 to 1848. Now comes the period of what? 1830 to 48, because 1830 so many revolution took place, so many states become independent and all that. 1830 to 1848 was so difficult for Europe. What happened? By population started to raise. Population was growing. When population will grow, people will ask for work, bhai. For eating, we need to feed our family and we need to earn more. But employment generation was not going with the pace of population generation, right? Now what happened? By poverty was growing, diseases were spreading, all that thing was going on. So basically, hunger, hardship. Whenever there will be hunger, wherever people will be suffering from food, they will revolt against the government. Is it? Am I saying true? Yes. So in France particularly, again revolution started because of this hunger, hardship, popular revolt. Slums were growing. There was stiff competition from Britain. People were suffering from famine. All these such things were going on. 1848, France again started the revolution. When 1848, and this time France ne kaha, I will be republic. What I will be? Republic. So this time France became a republic nation. What did France became? Republic nation. And that leader, and that person, Louis Philippe, flee away. Louis Philippe flee away. Get it? आ गया सबको? Okay, very good. Now we are done with this topic of 1832. Now what happened now when France sneezes, the rest of Europe catches cold, as per Austrian Chancellor Duke Metternich. Na? As per Austrian Chancellor Duke Metternich, France sneezes, the rest of Europe catches cold, and this is what happened. Now what happened? Frankfurt Parliament, again with the initiative of Prussia. Again with the initiative of Prussia, as well as more German state and many German state, they all came together, grouped together. Who were the members? Middle class people were the members. All the middle class people came together with the objective to form constitution for this German region, to form the constitution for this German region so that the country can work like that. Basically, there were 831 elected representatives who started a marched procession towards a parliament. That is कौन सा parliament? Frankfurt Parliament. ठीक है, और popular picture है ना Germania one. So that is of the Frankfurt Parliament. Events was there. भाई सब बैठ गए. 831 members all sat together, decided, oh, we will make constitutional monarchy in the country. ठीक है, everyone was happy. There will be a constitution. Monarch will be work according to them. ठीक है, but the event failed. Event failed. Why? 3 reasons. They went to the monarch of Prussia. Bhai, you became our constitutional monarch. He said, am I Bevkuf? Am I? So he said that I am not going to become constitutional monarch because I don't want to give my power to you, bhai. I don't want to give my power to you. ठीक है भाई. Second reason for failure was that this Frankfurt Parliament was dominated by middle class people. Hence, the demands of the peasants and the workers were not entertained. What happened? The demand of the peasants and workers were not entertained. Third point, do you remember? Everyone out here, I'm seeing your comments. Do you guys know these topics, or everything went out of your mind like this, flying like an aeroplane, and then it will get crash in Ahmedabad? ठीक है. However, we need not to drag the topic. It's really sad to with that tragedy, but right now your mind is also working like that. ठीक है. So the third reason for the failure was participation of women. Like, women participated in the revolt all throughout the years. When comes about their rights, they were denied. In the Frankfurt Parliament, women went, but they were merely treated as observers standing in that parliament's railing only. The women were also very upset. Okay, what is this? So Frankfurt Parliament somehow failed. Okay, get the picture. 1789 French Revolution, Napoleon came, Napoleonic Code, Napoleon defeated, came into picture new conservatives. That means again revolution in France. 1830, 1848 France became republic. Other countries are also struggling to become a nation. Process. Very good. So we will move to the next topic, that is unification of Germany and Italy. ठीक है, unification of what? So this is what? Yes, Germany है भाई. So this is unification of Germany and this is unification of Italy. ठीक है, the most important topic, for your class 10th, Are you guys ready? Tell me right now. Let me check. Are you guys ready for this topic? Everyone out here, do you want to study this topic? That is unification of Italy and Germany. Hello beta, hello to everyone. Yes, we are going to start this topic. I was just seeing your responses, your chats, everything. No, there is no lagging, there is nothing like that. Even volume is good, everything is good. Chalo, बहुत बढ़िया बच्चा लोग, बहुत बढ़िया. Okay, unification of Germany and Italy. ठीक है. First, we will start with the unification of Germany. As always, Prussia took the leadership. Prussia was basically, see, if this is Germany, na, the whole region of this yellow color is with Prussia, this complete region. So this Bhai, Prussia will dominate na. The largest region comes with Prussia. Prussia took the leadership. Who was the chief minister of Prussia? Otto von Bismarck. He came into picture. 3 wars were fought for 7 years. How many war? 3 war with countries like Austria, Denmark and France. This can come as an MCQ. Ki bhai, which countries fought in it? With Austria, Denmark and France. Finally in January 1871, Prussian King Wilhelm I was proclaimed the German region. These are only points you need to write. But now these are 4 point, ma'am. We need to write the answer in 5 point. You will write the intro that every time, like in Frankfurt Parliament also, okay, Frankfurt Parliament also, 1848 German region tried to unify itself, but what happens? As always they try, they are suppressed by group of people which consist of monarchy. Okay? Monarchy, then it consists of military, monarchy and large landowners. Anyone out in chat who know what large landowners known as? Then I will tell you. There is a word for large landowners of Germany. Okay? Then we will talk about Italy. By unification of Italy just in 2 minutes, and this will be in your mind, saving your 5 marks for now. Okay? Now coming to unification of Italy. By unification of Italy is very, very important, because Italy is an area, like if I give you a rough map over here, which is not that visible to you, but I will draw a outline. So unification of Italy is important, because see, this is Italy, and here the northern region, this particular region, this is in the control of Sardinia-Piedmont, where only Italian ruler is ruling. This region is Lombardy and Venetia, where there were Austrian forces. In the south there was Bourbon dynasty of Spain. Kaun tha? Bourbon dynasty of Spain. And in the center it was Pope ruling over there. So Italy was divided or fragmented into 7 states. How many states? Italy was fragmented into 7 states. And now, who first visioned that Italy can be made unified? Mazzini. So it was Giuseppe Mazzini who did the revolt in 1830-1848. However, the revolt was failed, then came into picture. Now, when this revolt was failed, then the responsibility for the unification of Germany fell on the shoulders of whom? Victor Emmanuel II. Victor. Sometimes our mind also get lag. Like recently, my mind went blank. I was not able to recognize the leader. Then now I just gave myself a minute. And I remembered it is Victor Emmanuel II, bhaiya. So the Sardinia-Piedmont region was ruled by Victor Emmanuel II. The responsibility for it went directly on the hands of Victor Emmanuel II. Victor Emmanuel II had a chief minister referred as Cavour. Now, who is Cavour? Write a short note on Cavour. Bhai, Cavour is an Italian person, but he is not a revolutionary like Mazzini. He is not a democratic person. He is a diplomat. Samajhdar. Like, he is the smartest person in the game. Okay, so he is basically the person who defeated Austrian forces from Sardinia-Piedmont in 1859. Okay, one area got cashed by Italy. Like, tum idhar aa jao. Now coming to the next one, Garibaldi in picture. Garibaldi is also Giuseppe Garibaldi. He is not a friend. He is not a friend, brother or Mazzini. He is someone different. But he is a revolutionary. He formed an army popularly known as Red Army, and went to the southern state of Sicily in 1860 and defeated the people over there. Finally, in 1861, Italy was unified. So, unification of Italy and Germany done in just 5 minutes. Happy? Clear? Very good. I'm moving to the end of the chapter, and the topic is, two important topics are there. Strange case of Britain, then we have Balkan issue. Strange case of Britain, भैया केस के आगे लिखा है, sorry, in front of the case it is already written strange, right? And you might be thinking, ma'am, the whole life is becoming strange. We are in class 10, unable to figure out what to do, how to do. Is this the same situation going in your mind? अरे भाई chill, it is just class 10 students, is just class 10 भाई. This is the beginning of the game. Do you know, this is just the beginning of the game, and you need to cover so much in future. What I can say that right now you are feeling that, oh my god, we are very scared, 10th class is so difficult. When you will grow up na, you will feel that bhai, the easiest class was 10th class. The easiest class or easiest exam was done in class 10. ठीक है? So take a chill pill. I learned this word from one of you student only. I don't remember the name. She was so regular in my class and she said, ma'am, have a chill pill. Chalo. Strange case of Britain. Now what happened? There were group of islands. 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, don't go on the drawing. This was an island where people used to speak. Language British. ठीक है भैया. Here where people used to speak Irish language. Then here the people who used to speak Scottish language. And here they were Wales speaking people. So the British speaking region became Britain, Irish speaking region became Ireland, this is Scotland and this is Wales. What happened in the picture? Dekho, if we talk about case of Britain, why is it strange? Because there was no revolution, no fighting as this was done in other countries. So the English or Britain is not the result of, Britain region is not the result of any sudden revolution or long drawn revolution or upheaval. Rather, it is a long drawn process. Kya hai bhai? It is a long drawn process. Okay, get the point? So let us study this long drawn process. In this long drawn process, what happened? In this process, English Parliament became so strong. English Parliament gained power. And in the year 1688, Parliament was made. Now it decided to seize the power of nearby islands by you come to us, you also come to us, let us occupy you also. So the picture starts with the Act of Union in 1707 when it was signed between England and Scotland, that is known as Act of Union. Scottish people say, kaha, you will speak Scottish? No. Speak what? British. Same happened with Ireland too. There were two people, Protestants and Catholics, and clearly they supported Protestants over there. However, they were in minority. So here with them, they also forcefully signed a treaty and made them united, and all this region was known as United Kingdom of Great Britain. What was it known as? United Kingdom of Great Britain. Get it? Clear? Very good, very good, very good. Now to promote their own identity, their own ethnicity, what they did, they promoted English language. They made a national flag. Okay, then they made their national anthem, God Save Our Noble King. The national flag was known as Union Jack. So started promoting them so that there would be a sense of unity among the people, sense of collectivity among the people. Okay? Now the last topic of this chapter, that is Balkan crisis. Last topic of this chapter, that is Balkan crisis. We are moving towards it. That is in the year 1871. In the year, are you guys happy or feeling stress or feeling like ma'am bas karo? So Balkan crisis, basically what happened, like if it is Europe, then this region was known as Balkan region. This region was known as Balkan region, which was ruled by Ottoman Empire, and the people who live here were known as Slavs. It consisted of different countries like Georgia, countries like Greece, Montenegro, and many more countries. All these countries right now which they have had different ethnicity, okay, different language, but all of them were ruled by Ottoman Empire, which was a monarchical power. Right now, as nationalism was growing in Europe, will the nationalism reach here? Haan bhai, nationalism reached here. Now the Slavic nationalists started struggling to define their territory and independence by this is my territory. The other says that no, this is my territory. So this is a fight going on between two of them. And whenever our padosis, our neighbors are fighting, we usually get to interfere or to see what is going on and enjoy the typical Indian mentality, isn't it? Right? It happens sometime. So what happens now? The big powers like Russia, Germany, England, Austro-Hungary were keen on countering the powers of the Balkans, interfered. They wanted, acha, I'll help this territory for the rest of the time. They people will be under my, what we can say, under my privilege. Like I have done this for you. Okay? So this was how, and when so many of the countries involved in that, it led to series of wars, eventually leading to First World War. Okay, students, finally, after some around 40 to 5 hours of this live video, we completed, we completed what chapter? We completed a chapter that is, wait a second. After waiting for which completed the chapter, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Tell me, are you guys happy? Okay, excited for the second chapter or not? Tell me. Excited for the second chapter? Yes, you guys should be excited. Bhai, I am having so much energy after teaching. Why are you not having so much energy? Let's be excited for the next chapter. But before moving to the next chapter, I have some questions for you. The liberal revolutionaries in Germany in 1848 were suppressed by combined forces of monarchy, military, who were supported by a large group of landowners. I said that, I'll tell you later. And these groups were referred as Junkers. Okay, so who were these group? Large landowners, they were referred as Junkers. Then we have some questions. I have put long questions for you to practice as homework. Okay, you will practice them as homeworks. I will give you a framework that by essay you have to write. Okay, so sorry, my bad. A variety of cultural processes played an important role in developing a sense of nationalism in Europe. Support the statement with suitable examples. So in which what you are going to write? Here you are going to write about romantic imagination and the examples. What are the examples? Germany, Johann Gottfried Herder. Poland, Karol Kurpinski. Add one example from Greece, and this is how you can get 3 marks. Kitne number? 3 marks. Next is the Greek War of Independence became a key event that mobilized nationalist feeling in Europe. Justify the statement with suitable example. Now here what you will do, you will tell about all the story of Greece. Greece was ruled by Ottoman Empire since 300 years. Nationalism grew. People who were in exile helped them. They said that they said that Greece is the cradle of European civilization. 1821 when the revolution was started. Finally 1832 when Treaty of Constantinople was signed and Greece became an independent nation. This is how we end the topic, that is Greece independence. And the question that is asked here. Chalo, next question, which of the following event in 1707 lead to the formation of United Kingdoms of Great Britain? Tell me right now. I just taught you this. Tell me right now. Okay, so B is the correct answer to this. Scotland and Ireland. Sorry, bhai. Scotland and Britain in 1707. When was Ireland? 1801. So what is asked in the question? 1707. B is the correct answer. Next question. Okay, now these are the homework questions for you. These are what? These are the homework questions for you, because these are subjective questions and you need to write them, practice them. Because we have studied the complete chapter. We studied the complete chapter. We are completed with the chapter today, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Rise of what? Nationalism. Dare you, if anyone did not solve this question, now I am not going to teach you the next time in life. Okay, so whenever you come next time, I will ask you, did you wrote these answers or not? We are completing history. The main point after studying is practice, and if you are not doing it, then everything will go in vain. Waste basically. Okay, so complete that questions. These are the homeworks. One more thing, guys, you can be the part of our WhatsApp community. You can be the part of our WhatsApp community. The link is given in description. You can join it. Whenever we provide PDFs, right, for our short notes, for our mind maps, for our one shots, or whatever do you want, multiple questions, you can get all of them on this WhatsApp channel. Okay, join that WhatsApp channel. The link is given in description. I did not talk about so much about this topic. Moving to the next chapter, that is Nationalism in India. By what is the next chapter? Second chapter. Yes, 25%, 25% is completed. Very good. Nationalism in India, and what you need to cover in this chapter is impact of First World War, Gandhian Satyagraha, Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. ठीक है, the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, Gandhian-European Pact, and sense of collective belonging. Gandhian-European Pact and the sense of collective belonging. So here is the first question. Why did Mahatma Gandhi travel to Champaran in 1917? ठीक है, why did Mahatma Gandhi travel to Champaran in 1917? And you will able to write the answers when you will study with me right now. So are you ready? Let's start with the second chapter. Tell me, are you ready, guys? How is the Josh? बहुत है बढ़िया. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Let's start it. Fine. Now let us start this. So the chapter starts with the impact of First World War. By First World War. Also pay attention, India's freedom struggle was the part of your 8th class syllabus. Do you remember? Or gaya sab? So it was the part of your 8th class syllabus, and in that you studied about formation of Indian National Congress, early some revolutions and early some practices by them. But now what we need to do is to continue the story from First World War. Basically after 1914-15 we need to study. So in the world, First World War was going on. Okay, what was going on? Bhai, First World War was going on between two powers, Central Power, Allied Power. Central Power, Allied Power, fighting between each other, known as First World War. We studied that issue abhi right now, Balkan issue, which leads to ultimately First World War. So in the Central Powers and Allied Power, the Allied Power consisted of Britain, Russia, France. However, when we talk about the Central Powers, it concerns Germany, Italy, majorly, Turkey was ruled by Ottoman Empire and all that thing. So, but Britishers, as Britain was the part of it, England was the part of it, they were the one who was ruling India. What they thought? Bring paisa from India, spend on war. Basically, what were we? We were the source of their paisa. We were the source of their income, right? So, during that war, what happened? How did nationalism raise within the people of India? Defense expenditure was increased. Bhai, kharcha ho raha hai. So much of kharcha out there in First World War. They need to increase the defense expenditure. Kahan se aayega? Let's increase the income tax. not income, let's increase the or introduce a new type of tax, that is income tax, increase the taxes, increase custom duties and many more things such like that. Okay, then comes war prices increases by war prices suddenly increases. ठीक है, forced recruitment was done, crop failed. Forced recruitment मतलब villagers were asked to come into the army and work. ठीक है, in the army which we have no relation with, we are neither the part of First World War nor if anything going in Europe, but we need to participate because we are ruled by Britishers. ठीक है, influenza epidemic, सोने पे सुहागा, everything going bad and bad and bad. So this was the impact of First World War because they were not focusing on Indian society, Indian economy and everything. ठीक है, now comes in picture Gandhi ji. Gandhi ji is back to India in the month of January. Okay, in the month of January 1915. In the month of January 1915 came in picture Mahatma Gandhi. He is back from Austria. He is back from he is back from South Africa. I don't know from where Austria came. No, he is back to India from South Africa. When he came, he is advised by his leader Gopal Krishna Gokhale that, sir, listen, first you need to visit India. You know the situation of India, then participate in Satyagraha. Gandhi ji said, ठीक है भाई, I will introduce Satyagraha in India like I did in Africa. Now what is Satyagraha? Satyagraha means it is a form of resistance. मना कर रहे हैं. It is a form of resistance. ठीक है, it is force, but here on the basis of truth and non-violent manner. Here on the basis of what? Truth and non-violent manner. So the early Satyagraha started by Gandhi ji. Champaran, Kheda, Ahmedabad. Remember, Champaran, Kheda, Ahmedabad. क्या है? चंपारण, खेड़ा, अहमदाबाद. Okay, what was the issue? Here everything is written. Champaran is in Bihar. Year 1970. Issue was oppressive plantation system. क्या था? Issue was oppressive plantation system. ठीक है. Second is खेड़ा, 1917 crop failure. People are not able to give revenue, but government is demanding, so they did the satyagraha. कहानी खत्म. Next is Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is in Gujarat, 1918. Mill worker said, मेरा पैसा बढ़ाओ, increase my income. However, denied by the owners. Gandhi ji came into the picture. Problem solved by the hunger strike. Okay, so three early revolution by Gandhi ji. Champaran, Kheda, Ahmedabad. 17, 17, 18. ठीक है, चंपारण, खेड़ा, अहमदाबाद. Done? Clear everyone? मजा आ रहा है? Hi bachcho, I can see some of you are saying that ma'am is not responding. Beta, ma'am is busy in teaching today. And today ma'am want that every one of you should study. है ना? And not waste your time. Okay? चलो. So, picture में what happened? Satyagraha started. Now comes Rowlatt Act by Britishers. ने कहा, oh, Satyagraha. You will do Satyagraha. We are coming back into the picture. Rowlatt Act, the Black Act of India. Why? They said it was passed by Imperial Legislative Assembly. ठीक है, sitting in Britain, the highest authority. It was passed by Imperial Legislative Assembly. Hurriedly passed. जल्दी करो. ठीक है. They said that there will be detention of political prisoners for 2 years without any trial. There will be what? There will be detention of political prisoners for 2 years without any trial. This was Black Act. Gandhi ji ne kaha, okay, I got a mauka, I got a chance and I can start Rowlatt Satyagraha on 6th of April. But do you think that Gandhi ji's plan went successful? Not at all. What happened? Then what happened? By violence started. Right? Now, martial law was imposed by Britishers, particularly in the region of Amritsar. But then at one day, it was 13th of April, every year people of Amritsar of Punjab celebrates Baisakhi. Everyone went to where? Which park? Jallianwala Bagh. Everyone was celebrating their festival. So General Dyer got this news. He said, "Acha, I applied martial law. How did people gathered?" Like he came into that ego, what I don't know. He came in that ego, entered the only exit, open fired at the people, killed 500 plus Indians that day. Like whenever I talk about that, I feel so agitated, frustrated, angry on this incident. And they didn't even feel responsible for this. So Jallianwala Bagh incident happened on 13th of April 1919, right? It is 1919, by the way, students, if you are unable to figure out the year, right? And whole nation was stunned by this act. This will basically change the way we look at our Indian freedom struggle. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, enjoying? So started with First World War, early Satyagraha by Gandhi ji, and this. ठीक है? Let's practice a question now. So much pressure, ma'am. So much history, यार. खत्म ही नहीं होती है. No worries. So assertion: the economic hardship caused by World War I contributed to the spread of national movement in India. Is it correct? Reason: war loans, increases, taxes and inflation burdened the common people. Options are there. Tell me the correct answer. Tell me the correct answer. Very good. So yes, so A is the correct, अरे भाई, A is the correct answer to this question. Both assertion and reason are true, and R is the correct explanation to the question A. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let us move further. Let us move further, and we will talk about non-cooperation movement. Now, what we will talk about? The next movement, that is non-cooperation movement. Now, what happened, beta? First of all, what is the cause of non-cooperation movement? It starts with Khilafat issue. Do you remember First World War? We studied Central Powers, Allied Powers. Central Powers fighting with Allied Powers. Allied Power won, Central Power defeated. Ottoman Empire defeated. Khalifa, the religious head, the spiritual head of Islam, was also defeated and his power was taken. All the Muslims were not happy. They formed a committee known as Khilafat Committee. They formed a committee known as what? Khilafat Committee. It was formed by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali in March 1919. ठीक है, Gandhi ji supported them. They called Gandhi ji, भैया, we are going to start a movement. We want your support. Gandhi ji said, okay, let's start a movement together. Why not be united against Britishers? ठीक है. Gandhi ji presented his idea at the Calcutta session, September 1920. Proposal was presented. Map work है, important. Keep in mind, very very important. Okay, but it was accepted. The proposal was that let us surrender the titles given by Britishers, let's boycott civil services, army, police, court, legislative councils, schools and government offices. Let's boycott all of them. And everyone was like, okay, boycott. People of Indian National Congress were not like so eager and everyone was ready for that, but however Gandhiji managed and asked them to accept that. At Nagpur session organized in December, everyone agreed. The major discussion was about council election. Like Indian National Congress is a political party and they wanted to be the part of the Congress election, but Gandhiji said that we will boycott everything. So only one party, that was Justice Party from Madras, non-Brahmin party, that is, only that party fought the election, rest others did not. Got it? Now different strands within the movement. Yes, there were movements in the town where middle class people participated. Boycott was done. Schools were like closed. Students didn't went to school. Teachers didn't went to work. All such that, and economic implication is there. Peasant Satyagraha in Awadh, person is associated Baba Ramchandra. Then we have a tribal movement with a personality. Who is going to tell me the personality, because it came into a movie also? Then we have Swaraj in the plantation. So basically an act was passed, that is Inland Immigration Act. Inland Immigration Act 1859 says that all the people working in plantation work like tea growing work, plant coffee growing, they are not allowed to leave their gardens until British give the permission. Do you think British will give the permission? Say no. So this is the different strands within the movement. Finally, what happened? Everything was going great, movement was going great, but violence happened. Chauri Chaura, a place. ठीक है, चौरी चौरा इंसिडेंट हैपेंड. चौरी चौरा इज अ प्लेस इन गोरखपुर, उत्तर प्रदेश, 1922. People were protesting peacefully. What happened? There were certain people who were protesting peacefully, and what happened that day, bhai? Police came, lathi charged. People got angry, agitated. They burned the police station. आग लगा दी. ठीक है. In this incident 22 policemen were killed. How many policemen were killed, beta? In this incident 22 policemen were killed, and because of this Gandhiji decided we will stop non-cooperation movement because violence is going on, and Gandhiji's Satyagraha was totally with non-violence, against the violence. Get it? This is how we stopped one of the greatest movement of that time. Now let's move towards the next movement, civil disobedience movement. Everyone ready? Tell me, 1, 2, 3. Tell me right now. Drink the water, yaar. At least drink the water. Acha, I'm allowing you to drink the water. Take a break for 1 or 2 minutes. Let me also sit for 2 minutes. Coming back after 2 minutes. You guys go to washroom. Drink water. Budhapa is coming near. guys, let's start again. Let's begin with the civil disobedience movement. Now you might be thinking, yeah, ma'am, फिर से history. Yes, history, complete history, just in 3 hours. I'll not leave you like this, guys. ठीक है. So towards civil disobedience now, non-cooperation movement ended, we know, because of Chauri Chaura. There were certain leaders who were not happy with this, like in 1924 they even formed different party, Swaraj party. भाई हम तो we will fight in council elections, we are going to fight. By C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, Swaraj party was made because they were unhappy by the decision. Then what happened towards civil disobedience movement? What led to civil disobedience movement? What was the situation out there? There was economic depression. Okay, because 1929 we studied in class 9, the world was facing economic depression. So that period of 1920s even made India to suffer. Okay, are you guys back or not? Come back, let's start. Are you guys back? Tell me right now. Okay, the second one is Simon Commission. So Simon Commission came in India in the year 1928. It came in India in the year 1928. What was the objective for the Simon Commission? That was constitutional development. What was the objective? The objective was constitutional development. However, this Simon Commission was boycotted by the people of India. It was boycotted by the people of India. Why? Because all the members out there were Britishers. You are making development for us and you will make the decision. Is it fair? No, people boycotted. People said, nahi chalega. Okay. Then Irwin Weighofer, what happened? I'll tell you. So basically when like Satyagraha situation was going on, everyone welcomed the Simon Commission with Simon go back. Irwin got scared. Dar lag gaya Irwin ko. Irwin got scared. What Irwin did? Irwin got scared so much by Irwin bought an offer. Irwin brought an offer. Arey bhai, I will give you dominion status. I will give you what? I'll give you dominion status. He accepted, but don't do any movement. Okay? Now the Indian people said, we are full. Do we sound like fool? This status, dominion status, that means Indian members in the council, but you will be ruling us. This we were demanding right back in 1900. We are not demanding dominion status now. We want Purna Swaraj. What do we want? We want Purna Swaraj. And this demand was presented by the Indian National Congress at a session, that is Lahore session 1929. When beta? Lahore session 1929, Jawaharlal Nehru unflagged the flag and all that situation. 1929, then Gandhiji presented 11 demands by. These are my 11 demands. If you fulfill it, then okay. Otherwise, we are going to start salt march. He didn't accepted that. Salt march was started on the date 11th of March. It was started on the date 11th of March up till 6th of April. Achha, why salt was chosen? Because it was the commodity of daily use. Salt was chosen because it was the commodity of daily use, plus the monopoly to produce the monopoly to produce the salt was in the hand of Britisher, plus there was a tax applied on them. There was a tax applied on it. There was a tax applied on it. Okay? On what? Salt, which was a inhuman tax. Which was a inhuman tax. Okay? So this was it. Monopoly, civil disobedience. So basically the salt march started from Sabarmati Ashram. Gandhi reached where? Gandhi reached where, bachcho? Batao. Gandhiji reached Dandi. Gandhiji reached Dandi, a portal town, a coast where he boiled the water, made the salt, broke the law, known as civil disobedience. Get it? And this is how civil disobedience movement started in India. Now, As civil disobedience movement started, movement was going on, boycott was going on, everyone was breaking the laws and all that. Leaders were arrested by leaders were arrested by Britishers. Will the Britishers stay quiet? Not at all. Leaders were arrested by Britishers, harsh repression was done, lathi charge was done. We can't even imagine what was the situation at that time. So, Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed by. What happened? Now, Irwin went to Gandhiji. Irwin went to Gandhiji, you were demanding something, now we accept it. You also accept our condition. Gandhiji said, Batao bhai, what are your demands? So, Irwin said, stop this civil disobedience movement. Stop this what? Civil disobedience movement and attend the round table conference. What? Attend the round table conference. Now, what is this conference by? This conference was going on in Britain to suggest what changes we need in our constitution and how the constitution of India, what will be the political future of India. Gandhiji accepted, unfortunately, because he said that, Irwin said that we will release the political prisoners, we will give this, that, etc. We will reduce the taxes and many more such things. And he betrayed later. At that round table conference, even there was discussion and the fight between Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Gandhiji regarding the issue of Dalits or untouchables. And everything went into waste. He came back, Gandhiji came back in 1932, 1933, started around civil disobedience movement again, but it did not gain momentum. So finally, because of this, civil disobedience movement ended, or what we can solve, it lost its momentum in 1934. Who were the participants in the movement? But this comes with a question, and suddenly, see how I am looking right now, and now see how I am looking now. Color matters in life, bhai. Acha, who all of you have black color as your favorite one? I think your black color might be favorite, right? Okay, hello bachcho, hello everyone. Yeah, today I am busy teaching. Very good. Yes. See the question in front of you. Try to answer it. Yes. So which of the following was the primary reason for the formation of Swaraj Party by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru? To demand Purna Swaraj? No, this was done in Lahore session. To argue for a return to council politics after non-cooperation movement. Very much correct. So B is the correct answer. All those students who give B as the correct answer, very good. Why did non-cooperation movement gradually slow down in cities? So because of the economy, teachers left the school, how they will earn the money. Students didn't have any other option. Okay, we need to finally return to the council elections and all that thing. Okay, this is how you'll frame this answer. All these subjective questions are basically homework questions because you guys are learning complete history from me today. है ना? So if you will learn complete history from me today, you will practice these questions tomorrow. ठीक है? Arrange the following events of Indian National Congress in chronological order and choose the correct pair. Ma'am, what is this? So this is a question. We studied history. We will answer it by round table conference. ठीक है? पूर्ण स्वराज पहले like 29. Depressed class association 32. and then after it started in 1993. Which one was first? 2 was first. Then 2, 3, 1, 4. Yes, 2, 3, 1, 4. A is the correct answer to this question. Tell me, beta, the type I was solving, were you solving like this? Do you have a pen and paper right now in your hand? But this is how we need to solve it. Get it? This is how you need to arrange the sequences. Okay, many rich peasants communities like Patidars of Gujarat, Jats of UP refused to participate when non-cooperation movement relaunched. But yeah, earlier they were participating very nicely because they are large landowners, na? They want revenue reduction. But why didn't they agree to participate later? Because there was lack of clarity on Gandhiji's plan. They wanted a more extremist and quicker way. Freedom for them was connection to personal interest. There was a lapse in planning and execution of the movement of freedom struggle. है ना? Lapse in planning, movement started fall, movement started then fall, all such thing. So they denied. We don't have that time and energy. We will not participate in the CDM movement now. Last topic. Okay, last topic that is sense of collective belonging. क्या है? It is sense of collective belonging. Here we will talk about figures and images, folklores and folk songs, icons and symbols, reinterpretation of history. Can you guys see in front of your screen what I am talking about, everyone? ठीक है? Collective belonging. Whenever you hear national anthem, do you feel goosebumps? Yes. Whenever you read some folk story about a legend or a hero or a leader, do you feel connectivity towards the nation? Yes. Do you see, whenever you see the picture of Bharat Mata and you feel say, this is my nation, you feel it? Yes. Whenever you see national flag, we feel connective or not? Yes. So these are the basically reasons of sense of collective belonging, feeling of collective belonging. Get it? Here you need to remember some points like in figures and images. This picture of Bharat Mata was drawn by Abanindranath Tagore. Who draw this picture? Abanindranath Tagore. Okay? Then we'll talk about folklores and folk songs. Yeah, it was sung like Vande Mataram by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. It was written in the book novel, that is Anandamath. Icons and symbols. Icons and symbols, here we are talking about flag and its story of evolution. Reinterpretation of history was very much needed by Britishers considered Indians as Beowulf for a longer period of time. They said that you are inferior. You ought to be ruled. Achha. We will tell the complete history, reinterpret the history for Indians. Done? Very good. Next question. Arrange it right now. I'm waiting for your responses. This is the question in front of you. By this type of question will definitely come in your exams. Match the following, arrange them in chronological order. All these types of question comes into your exams. I'm coming. Meanwhile, you please practice this question, everyone. let us talk about it again. Ma'am is back. Just with a break of 1 minute. Yeah, I am tired today. Okay, so which of the following events terms in column A matches with the correct description in column B? I have seen your answers. Someone is saying A, B, C, D. All you guys mixed in one comments. So, Satyagraha. What is Satyagraha, beta? So, Satyagraha is basically a novel method of mass agitation. Like it was started by Gandhiji on the basis of truth and non-violence. So, one matches with B. But yeah, if one matches with B, only and only option is this. One matches with B. Sorted? Answer is A. Okay? Bardoli Satyagraha was a peaceful Protestant movement by peasants that was started by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Then Hind Swaraj is a book written by Mahatma Gandhi. Gudum Hills is basically a place where movement started in Andhra Pradesh. Tribal movement started in Andhra Pradesh. Okay beta, hi, hello to everyone. Hello bachche log, how are you doing? Yes, I can see you guys are joining the session. Hello to all of the students out here. ठीक है? Hope your preparations are going on and still you guys have any. अरे भाई क्यों डर लग रहा है? Why are you feared of SST? None of you should be feared of SST as we are studying together, na? We are studying together. We are here for you. Okay, solving all the questions. I brought some of the homework questions for you from this chapter, and the homework questions are such that what was Rowlatt Act of 1919? If you join the session, you know the answer. Practice it today. Second, how did plantation workers in Assam have their own understanding of Mahatma Gandhi and the notion of Swaraj? Third question, explain the implications of First World War on the economic and political sphere. Homework question. Challenge, you need to solve them today. Will you able to do it? Because in the next live, I will ask from you, are the questions solved or not? Good beta, good, very good. Josh is high. Badhiya. Next chapter. The making of global world, and successfully here we revised the two important chapters of history and we are moving towards the third chapter of history, that is making of global world. The good news reading this chapter is that the chapter is only this much. Why ma'am? Beta, in exam from this chapter only 3 topics are coming. 1.1, 1.2, okay, and then 1.3. Only these topics are coming and the topics are as these. Let's start the third chapter of SST history particularly. The first topic is about Silk Route, right? It is about Silk Route, a for sure 2 marker question that will come in your exam. A for sure, how many marker question? 2 number, 2 marker question. ठीक है? So basically what was Silk Route, right? What was Silk Route? So this was Europe, this was Asia, right? This was Africa, America. Okay, I'm making it rough and let's draw like this, and then Austria. So there was a route from China, trade was done towards Europe. Goods were traveling from this place to this place. What was in major demand earlier? So silk used to go via this same route. However, later all other products were gone. So, silk trade route started. It is a vibrant pre-modern trade. Like it's not modern. It existed like before century also. Like before the birth of Jesus Christ, before the Christian era. Okay? So, it is a vibrant pre-modern trade and a concept of cultural link. Because what happened? Chinese silk went to Europe. Chinese pottery went to Europe. From Europe, money is coming back in the form of gold and silver. All this is going on. Okay? All this is going on. And it is connecting different continents like Europe with Asia and Northern Africa. This is what is known as Silk Route. 2 marks question sorted. Okay. If I talk about culture was shared, we will talk that Buddhism that started in India spread to different parts of the world. Okay? Like Islam, Indian people know about Islam after the Silk Route. It came from the Silk Road. or such thing. This is basically this chapter all about. Then remember that trade and culture go hand in hand. When there will be trade, there will be culture. When there will be trade, there will be culture. Very good. Christianity, Islam and Buddhism. Food also travel. Food travel. Question will come, how did food travel via the same route, Silk Route? So noodles become spaghetti after going there. What happened? Noodles became what? Spaghetti. The pen fell down, sorry. Sorry for the language I used right now. So noodles became spaghetti, like from China. Noodles was introduced to the rest of the world and became spaghetti in Europe. Now we know what is pasta. Pasta is an Italian dish, right? But do you know Arab travelers took this pasta to Italy, South Sicily, the southern region of Italy. Arab travelers were those who took it. Understood? So there is history of every food and it somewhere is linked to Silk Route. Then the third one is potato, soya, groundnut, maize, tomato, chili, sweet potato, the favorite dishes of Indians. Do you like French fries? Anyone out here? See the comment. Everyone here like the French fries. Yes, I too like it. So if Europeans would have not come via the Silk Route, we would not enjoy eating French fries right now sitting in McD. Right? So potato, soya, groundnut were the foods that from America reached to Europe, then from Europe reached to Asia. So the Silk Route has an important place in that, important role in that thing. Getting my point? Very good. Now here also is a topic that is about disease and conquest. We know there is a history of America, but yeah, this land America, this land, right? This land America was not known to the world for several years. Then one uncle came from Europe, reached to this land, figuring out that this is India, but it was not India. So after that, it was finalized that this is a new land America. Who was he? Christopher Columbus. Right? So after they knew this place, they started going to that place because they wanted to extract money, the lalchi Europeans. Right? They wanted to get money, minerals from that place. However, we can't call them lalchi. They found that place. However, they are basically, leave that topic. So what happened? They started extracting resources from there, making colonies over there, ruling over there. And then what happened? Right? What happened? That people of America was not immune to the diseases that were brought by Europeans, and this is what happened. The Spanish people, right? The Spanish people spreaded smallpox in America, and this proved to be a deadly killer. This proved to be a deadly killer. Get it? Very good. One topic down. Next is about new food sometimes make the difference between life and death. Okay, new food sometimes make the difference between life and death, and it is about introduction of humble potato. What happened, beta? Okay, what happened? Humble potato was brought by Europeans to Ireland from America. Okay, and it was something that can grow like that can be grown in that cold weather of Ireland easily. Makes the life of that poor people more easier. Everyone there started to eat healthy, live longer, eat better. Everything was going great. One day, disease spread in that potato, and now the potatoes are not grown. Agriculture people who were totally dependent upon the potato now facing issue. Bhai, what happened? Blunder happened, and that is what is known as famine. What it is known as the Great Potato Famine that happened in Ireland. Then, so this is the whole picture out there making of global world, silk trade route. Trade and culture go hand in hand, and the topics in front of your screen. Then, next, but we will practice some questions out there. One question is in front of your screen. You are going to practice it right now. You are going to type it in the comment section. I'm coming back. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm coming back. Okay. You guys can also take the break. The live is going like around 2 hours. 1.5 more hour. Let's take a break of 5 minutes and come back, bachas. beta, we are back now. The Silk Routes are, you might have practiced this question, I'm pretty sure. Let's discuss this MCQ. Buddhism emerged from Eastern India, okay, and spread in different directions. Read the following reasons for its spread and choose the correct option. Was it because of cultural exchanges? हाँ भाई, cultural exchange happened. Was it due to Silk Route? Yes, it is because of Silk Route only at that time. Was it due to trade and travelers? Yes, that's because of trade and travelers. But was it due to European efforts? No. There was no effort made by Europeans to spread Buddhism from India to the rest of the countries. Okay? So here 1, 2 and 4, no. 2, 3 and 4, no. 1, 2 and 3 will be the most correct one. Did you guys able to guess the answer? Very good, beta. Very good to all the students out here, and applause for you because you answered this question very correct. That is C. Good. Chalo, next question, but next question is not there because we are at the end of history. Yes, we are at the end of history, and this is the last chapter of complete history, print culture in the modern world. And you can see an uncle behind, that's Johann Gottfried. Nine. Sab gaya. Gutenberg. Sorry. So, okay, let's start with the chapter. I am going to give you a rough, fast summary of this chapter, and then we will discuss some questions and end the live for today, because I know you guys are tired. You guys are tired enough. Is it? Koi baat nahi. So, print culture in the modern world. Now, basically, for the very first time, the print started in a country is China. Where is the print started, beta? The print started in the country that is China. What happened? What happened? So something like this happened. Print started in the country China. It was wood block printing. Like in the wood, they made the design. Okay? They made the design and ink was applied on it and it is printed on. First, initially it was leaves and all that stuff, but later it was paper, because China is the first country to start the use of paper and introduced it to the rest of the world. That is the reason you are giving your class 10th papers. Now you will be blaming China for everything like we did for COVID-19 too. They are ought to be blamed. So, yeah, wood block printing started in China. The imperial leaders over there supported China for that. They sponsored so many books, right? Do you remember? They sponsored so many books and the market was flooded by the books. Okay? It was flooded by the books so that everyone can read, everyone can write. The civil service exam was there, right? So they started providing the sponsored book to the people. Now everyone will get free books, na? They will start reading. Woodblock printing or hand printing was the first method of printing, started in China. After China, it reached Japan, then it reached Korea, and then to Europe. So, China, Japan, Korea, Europe. ठीक है, like in Japan, the first book that was written was Diamond Sutra. What was written? Diamond Sutra. You will see the picture of libraries where so many woodblock printing is kept. Do you remember, bacha? Ajay, do you find this chapter difficult? Tell me right now. Anyone out here who find this chapter difficult? Very good, very good. Koi nahi, we will solve it and everything will be sorted out. We'll solve it and everything will be sorted out. No issues, not to fear with this chapter. Now, there was a person, Marco Polo. ठीक है, traveler है. He was a traveler. He went to China, lived there for so many years and saw this, अरे भाई, the new technology of printing which European people don't know. So, he went to Europe and introduced that woodblock printing. Because of Marco Polo, that printing reached to Europe. 1290 year. ठीक है, China, Japan, Korea, Europe. Now Europe peoples are smart. They said, अच्छा, Hand block printing. Do you need labor? Do you need effort? We will not give. We will replace it with machines. So here comes in the picture the person right in front of you, okay? So basically this hand printing replaced by mechanical printing, and later it will bring print revolution. But who was the person who made the first printing press? He was the person. In 1448, he what happened now? If we talk about Gutenberg was a goldsmith. He was a what? Goldsmith, right? He also knew the olive presses. The presses, olive presses, where seeds were kept in between and the oil was removed. So he used his mind, what we are not doing right now. Every technology we get and we are enjoying it. You people are not enjoying using your mind, is it? Ma'am always ask you, is it? With a question that you will be in denial always. Ma'am, we are using our minds. कोई दिमाग यूज नहीं करते तुम लोग, ठीक है? So, if we talk about this person Gutenberg, what he did, it was a wrong statement. Karte ho beta, you people are very good. You students are very good, doing very good, preparing, watching lives, everything you guys are doing. So, see, this is basically the upper layer of the printing press. This is the lower layer of the printing press. It was coming down. Here in the upper there is a plate, there is a metal plate. Now he knew goldsmith activity. He on that plate inscribed the letters, printed, the cup, printed. But this was on the basis of like this rolling hand only. After that it got mechanized, and in the world there comes the print revolution, and here in the world comes what? Print revolution. Get it? Get it, bacha? Okay, very good, my dear students. You get it right. Next is a question which you are going to tell me. What kind of collection flourished in urban cities in Edo, Tokyo in the late 18th century? Choose the most suitable option of the following. Tell me. Choose the most suitable option for the following. Okay. Hi beta. Hi to everyone out here. Tanvi Ma'am is watching you guys. Don't worry. Hello everyone. Hello to all those students who have joined the session. Very warm welcome. So we are live here with the topic that's complete history. We are studying history, practicing questions, right? We started with the chapter that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Then we moved to the chapter Nationalism in India. We revised completely Making of Global World. Right now we are doing print culture in the modern world. The question is right in front of your screens that what did the collection like Edo. Do you know Tokyo, capital of Japan? So Tokyo at that time was referred as Edo and became a center of printing press. It became a center of printing culture. है ना? So what was the printing, most suitable printing we have seen over there? Do you remember Kitagawa, Utamaro, Ukiyo? Do you guys remember anything of that? It's Kitagawa, Utamaro. Okay? ठीक है? So this is basically collection of paintings. What is the correct answer to this question? It is collection of paintings. Okay, get it? Clear with this in mind? Everyone, tell me. Very good. Chalo, next question. So we will talk about print revolution now. So print revolution came, revolution, change in the society, market was flooded with books and everything like that. What happened now, beta? Whenever books or anything, any material is in the market, there will be a new public for it. Okay, new, like when in between that dolls were in the market, everyone was buying and it was so costly, expensive. Only after that also everyone was buying. So new reading public emerged. Okay, as new reading public emerged, they got new ideas. Now the religious leaders who are telling everyone that this should be the society, this should be the rules and regulation, got feared. They got feared that if everyone will be educated, we will lose our status in the society. There were certain religious debates and the fear of wind. That means that not everyone welcomed the print very nicely or with a welcoming nature. Rather, they opposed it too. Okay, there was print and dissent. How it was print and dissent? The leaders in the Europe said that because everyone was doing what? Like if you are being ruled by monarchy since ages, you are being suppressed, you got a right to print somewhere, circulate it so that people get educated, or you get books from the democracy concept around the world. What happened? What will happen? You will circulate it. So there was an index of prohibited books prepared by the leaders, spotting that these are the books on these issues you can't write. Fair enough? Not at all. So what is the impact of print revolution? New reading public was there, religious debates and the fear of print, and print and dissent, that was by the leaders. Get it? Now comes in the picture a social reformer, that's Martin Luther. Martin Luther was a person, he wrote a book, okay, 95 thesis. 95, I forget, sorry. So he wrote a book, thesis, and printed it on the wall of the church, asked everyone to read it, and the concept of that book was, it was against the orthodoxy and against the ills that was practiced in the Catholic Church. Certain practices of Catholic Church which were not good. Who was he? Martin Luther. Guys, how you will remember Martin Luther? He was a social reformer. Okay? He said that printing is the ultimate gift of God and the greatest one. Printing is what? Ultimate gift of God and the greatest one. Get it? Chalo bacha. Okay, so we get it. Now there was another person, Minocchio. He was Miller in Italy. He made a view after reading the books against the Roman Catholic Church. But we know it was print and dissent. The Roman Catholic people said, Acha, you will write against us. We will haul you, will execute you. Mar diya usko. Okay? So this is how it was going on. Whenever you will oppose big leaders, they will try to suppress your voices. Done? Ore bhai, bach gaya. This was about to fail. Anyway, everyone is getting tired, ma'am. Hello, beta. Hello to everyone. Okay, let's proceed. By after this French Revolution, the reading mania, the small books were presented over there, like there were peddlers who were selling the books, going to houses in the Europe. Okay? There were almanacs that were religious calendars, petty chapbooks, small chapbooks circulated in the market by chapmans, and this is particularly about England. Bibliothèque Blue, this was in France. Blue cover, cheap blue color prints was there. The role of scientists and philosophers was also seen over there, like the theories of Isaac Newton's and certain philosophers, Rousseau, which talk about democracy and all that. Okay? So this is how print was spreading in the market with the help of reading mania. Like we eat pizza mania, we do not have so much money in the pocket. Okay? Tremble therefore, tyrants of the world. This is a statement given by Louis Sebastien Mercier. ठीक है, Louis Sebastien Mercier said that tremble, कांपो, right? Everyone tremble because print is coming. Who should tremble? The tyrants of the world, the people who were ruling us since ages. You were not like taking us seriously. ठीक है? So this was the statement by Louis Sebastien Mercier. There is particularly a question which always come in exam, print culture and its like role in the French Revolution. So beta, yes, print culture has a role. Print came, new ideas came, French people get agitated because they got the ideas from the enlightened thinkers and started the revolution. Enlightened thinkers tell them, like class 9, do you remember all the four philosophers' names were given in the book? Yes, enlightened thinkers gave them the idea of equality, freedom, democracy and all that thing, liberty, okay? So they got this idea, everything now was discussed, the dialogues, negotiation was there, and now it is the high time they challenged the royalty and criticized the morality performed by these, what we can say, monarchs throughout the ages. This is how print culture had a, okay, coming to this question. Statement 1 and statement 2. Give me the correct answer to this question. Read the statement nicely and give me the correct answer fast. Okay, so the statement 1 is, yes, you guys are trying, that's good. Statement 1 is, in 1517, the religious reformer Martin Luther wrote 95 theses criticizing many of the practices and rituals of Roman Catholic Church. Is it correct? हाँ भैया, this is correct. ठीक है, अभी पढ़ा, we just studied this. Then Luther's translation of New Testament sold 10,000 copies within few weeks and second edition appeared within 3 months. What do you think? Yes. Both the statement 1 and 2 are, correct. Both the statement 1 and 2 are correct. Okay? Okay. 19th century, children, women's and worker, and there are certain further innovations too. So what happened because of print in the 19th century? What happened in 1857? A new press was made which printed children's like you have seen magazines with all that chutkulas, stories written with pictures. So particularly to focus the readers, children, these types of books were printed. These types of books were printed on large scale. Okay? For workers used to work and in the spare time they used to read the books. You will read this in detail. I am just giving you a brief intro that these are the topics you need to read in this chapter. Then there are certain further innovations too, right? Like printing press was made by whom? It was made by Gutenberg. Okay, but now technology will grow, changes will come. Like there is a new press, power driven cylinder. It has the capacity to print 8,000 sheets per hour. How much capacity? 8,000 sheets per hour. Everything changed. Offset press which can print 6 colors at a time. How many colors? 6 colors at a time. 20th century it was made electrically operated. Feeding paper technology improved, quality of prints improved, and everything was getting better with the time. ठीक है, last topic of this chapter, बच्चा लोग, India and the world of print. Are you ready? Last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes not for live, last 10 minutes for completing history today. So India and the world of print, there was manuscript previously, like I didn't tell it in Europe, but everything, like first of all there was oral tradition of passing knowledge. I got the story, I'll tell it to another person will pass on to the next generation, and all that was going on. But then we have to write somewhere, na? So it was like initially written on palm leaves and oak trees, like bark of the oak trees. It was written like that. Manuscript matlab anything that is written by hand. Okay, so initially it was manuscripts, now print came to Europe. How it came to Europe? Portuguese brought it to Europe. India, yaar. India. Who brought it to India? Portuguese missionaries brought it to India. By so many books were printed, like in Konkani language, Kannada language, 1674. Tamil book was printed in 1579 in Cochin. First Malayalam book was printed 1780. James Augustus Hickey started to edit the Bengal Gazette. Like, he was an European. He started writing the gossips of the Britishers and also the act done by them. That's like laziness of working, act that was against the British Empire and all such thing, corruptions and all that activities. He started to write in this book. It was unfiltered basically. Bengal Gazette. ठीक है? After that, print has a role in religious reforms and the public debates. Have a reading of this, you will get it. Next is women and print. Have a reading of that. Like, if I talk about religious reforms, Raja Ram Mohan Roy wrote the book Samvat Comedy in 1821. Now, he was talking about certain ill practices in Hinduism. He was asking about ill practices in Hinduism. So, the conservative orthodoxy started writing against him in the Samachar Chandrika. The complete book is Samachar Chandrika Bachcha. ठीक है. Okay. 1822, 2 Persian newspaper came. Gujarati newspaper came. Muslim newspaper also started. Ramcharitmanas was printed for the very first time in Calcutta in 1810. Remember the year. When was Ramcharitmanas printed? 1810. Where was it printed? By Calcutta. ठीक है. Similarly, women have a role. Like, there was a girl brought up in a conservative Muslim family, learned Arabic Quran. ठीक है. Okay. Raj Sundari Devi, autobiography Amar Jaban, which talks about her life, like how women used to live in the Indian society. Then we have Kailash Basini Devi, who wrote about the experience of the life of the women. It was so harsh. Tarabai Shinde, Pandita Ramabai, who talk about caste discrimination. Then Bengal, we have entire Batla House that talks about women. Print and poor people, there were certain poor people who wanted to uplift in the society, as society and economy do not allowed for a long time because of their social status. Here is the role of Jyotiba Phule, who wrote Gulamgiri. ठीक है? Do you know Jyotiba Phule? He was a reformer from the Maharashtra region. ठीक है? B.R. Ambedkar in Maharashtra, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar in Madras, and many more. Okay, this is the role of what? India and the world of print. But bacha, when Indian people were writing, Britishers were enjoying? No. Were they encouraging us? No. Now comes the time when they started applying censorship, and the most important among them is Vernacular Press Act. Which one, beta? Vernacular Press Act. That was passed in the year 1878, saying that if you write anything against Britishers, we will seize your press. Get it? This is the whole story. So we studied the complete history in just some small period of time, and we have some questions in front of us, that is right in front of your screen. And the question is, who wrote the autobiography by Amar Jaban? Jaldi, we just read it. See, who wrote the autobiography Amar Jaban? It is Raj Sundari Devi. Do you have the option? Yes, we have the option. Then, these are certain homework questions that you are going to do today. And this is how we completed what? Complete history. Are you guys happy? I am happy teaching you. ठीक है? अच्छा. Along with that, we will do some map practices because we are here to study complete history. From map, a 2-marker short question always comes. A short 2-marker question always comes. So whenever the question comes, you will answer me. Here right in front of your screen, there are map-based questions. Let's discuss. You also answer. Participate. However, these will be marked in your map that is given to you by the respective paper examiner. You just need to identify it. In history, only what you need to do is identification. Acha. For how many marks map work come? For 2 marks for sure map work will come. Like the place where Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place, where it is Amritsar. ठीक है भाई. The place where Indian National Congress session held in 1927, Madras. Place where Gandhiji organized Satyagraha for indigo planters, Champaran. Which state is Champaran? Champaran is in Bihar. Gandhiji broke salt law, Dandi. Gandhiji started civil disobedience movement Dandi. The place where Indian National Congress held the session in September 1920. Acha, month of September 1920. Remember, it is Calcutta. ठीक है. Place where non-cooperation movement was called off, Chauri Chaura, and this is in Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Place where Gandhiji organized satyagraha in favor of cotton mill worker, Ahmedabad. Okay, 5 minutes, I'll take more.
I will wait.
Okay. So here we are done with the map-based questions for today. Are you guys excited to end this? Acha, okay. Any doubts further? You can discuss it out here because we are done with today's session. Dear students, if you like the session, you were the part of session since beginning. I just want some likes from you because I gave my all best for your preparation right now. We are going live daily on this platform, that is Deeksha Vedantu, and I am your assistant faculty Tanvi Ma'am. I know that some of the students might know me because you are being along with me throughout the channel, and I am even being with you throughout your journey of exam preparation. Hope you guys are doing great. Yes, I can see that. Okay. Great students. So let's end the live for today. Meet you soon in the next session. Up till then, take care. Stay healthy, eat healthy, prepare well, do hard work for exam and enjoy.